What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video. With the departure of former first round running back Josh Jacobs, this has left a void at the running back position for the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, it is unclear whether or not the Raiders will stick with Zamir White as the primary running back and whether or not he will be the guy moving forward. I definitely like Zamir White, but we have a very small sample size, so I can't fully say with 100% certainty that we should be confident in him as the lead back next season. And I can't fully say that we shouldn't be looking into investing in a running back this year in the draft. And today I wanted to discuss about the possibility of the Raiders investing in one of the top running backs in the NFL draft. Today we will focus on the tape of Florida State running back Trey Benson. Trey Benson is 6'1", 223 pounds, and he rushed for about 905 rushing yards last season with 14 total touchdowns. He was also a top 30 visit from the Raiders front office, so he could be a legit option for us moving forward. It definitely seems like there is some interest there, but without further ado, let's jump right into the tape. Now, to start off, here I think he makes multiple different mistakes on this rep. First, he's going to have a nice little hole that he could hit between the right guard and the right tackle, but instead he tries to bounce this to the outside, but Florida does a great job setting the edge, and there really isn't anything there for Benson on the outside, and really he should just go out of bounds right here and move on to the next play. Maybe he gets a loss of 1 or 2 yards, but instead he tries to play hero ball and try to make something out of nothing. He's going to take this backwards, trying to find a hole to open up on the back side, but nothing is there for him, and he eventually ends up taking a loss of about 12 yards on this run. So he went from a potential loss of 1 or 2 yards to a loss of 12 yards. Definitely not the best decision making here on this rep. Good run here by Trey Benson. He stays patient and does a good job following his lead blocker. He's able to identify the hole, makes one tackler miss, gets to the second level, and then continues to follow his blocks, cuts to the inside, and just gets a great gain here on first down. Here he does a solid job picking up the blitzing linebacker, just good awareness there, and he's able to help keep his quarterback from getting hit here. Deep inside the red zone, and he is able to find the soft spot inside the trenches and just fight his way into the end zone. Now, nothing crazy here, but I like his lateral movement and the overall vision and awareness to see how nothing was open on that right side, but he's able to just go backside, and ultimately he didn't gain a lot of yards here, but this could have easily been a loss of yards on the play, but he was able to make the most out of the situation up front. Huge play by Trey Benson and Florida State on the ground here, a zone blocking scheme up front, and he's able to identify the hole, and he also evades the tackle in the backfield from the defensive end who was left unblocked. After that, he's able to get to the second level, and then after that he just has the speed to beat the defensive back on the edge and takes this for a huge touchdown run. This is something he definitely provides as a player, that home run effect where at any given moment he can take any run to the house. Great stuff here. Another great example of his patience and vision as a runner in the backfield. He follows his blocks, and initially it looks like no real hole is opened up, but he slows down, he's able to follow his block, and eventually is able to find a crease to run through and takes this for a 15-yard gain. Great stuff. Now on this rep, great blocking up front, and he has the speed to hit the edge and cut to the inside for a solid 8-yard gain on first down. Now, one thing I love from his game is just how he is not an easy guy to tackle, and just the yards after contact he's able to create. Here he breaks 2 tackles before he is even able to be brought down. Here late in the fourth quarter, Florida State is up 17-15, and Benson is able to close out the game with this huge run. He is able to follow his blocks again, good vision, and once again he breaks tackles and gets yards after the contact. He makes 1, 2, and then lastly 3 tacklers miss, and is able to take this to the house to close out the game for Florida State. Big time run. Here he shows the ability to get involved as a pass catcher out of the backfield. Good hands here, and he's able to get a big gain on first down. Here he gets involved in a speed option to the right. What's impressive is his ability to make the open tackler miss, and after that he makes them pay along the sideline and shows that home run speed again that we talked about earlier, and takes this for a huge touchdown run. Just a very impressive play. Inside the red zone again, good blocking up front. He's able to hit the hole. The guy ultimately ends up making 1 tackler miss, and they cannot bring him down before he sneaks his way into the end zone. He definitely shows the traits of a player who can thrive near the red zone with his vision and his ability to make tacklers miss, and just in general, he is not an easy player to bring down. I love to see that. On this rep, I love the physicality he shows. First, he takes a big hit at the line of scrimmage, and he is still able to stand on his feet. Those legs keep moving, they keep churning. He makes another guy miss and gets those tough yards. He gets nearly 8 yards after he got hit at the line of scrimmage. This is definitely something you love to see in your running back. For most guys, this would be a loss or a 0-yard gain at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to make a nice little gain on it. Good stuff. Another great example of that physicality he possesses and just how tough he is to bring down. Ultimately, on this rep, it takes 3 Miami defenders to bring him down to the ground. This is definitely something that will wear down an opposing defense throughout the course of a full game, and that's when those big runs start to happen late in the fourth quarter. Great blocking up front from his offensive line. Once again, able to open a huge hole up front off the right hand side of the line. And once he sees all that open field in front of him, it's over. He has the speed to make them pay and take this for another big touchdown run. Another good run. He is able to follow his blocks, and if we freeze this right here, we can see another display of the great vision he has, taking this to the outside to avoid the linebacker, and then creates another missed tackle and takes this for another nice first down. Here he hits the hole, gets to the second level, and once again gets 1 missed tackle, a second one, and then it takes 2 defenders to finally bring him down. Here we got the defensive end is able to get into the backfield, and really this should have been a loss on the play, but Trey Benson, once again, so difficult to bring down. He has the awareness to find the cutback lane and turns this into a nice gain, even though it probably should have been a loss on the play. And on this rep, he just shows if you're going to load up the box to try and stop the run, you better make sure you bring him down before he gets to that second level, or else he will make you pay. Just like we see here, they get a huge hole up front, and he just turns the Jets on and takes this for a huge touchdown run. So overall, I absolutely love what I saw on film from running back Trey Benson. He's fast, he has good vision. He's a hard guy to bring down. He gets a lot of yards after contact, and he would very likely be our day 1 starting 3 down type of running back. Currently, he's projected as like a 2nd round talent, and to me, if he is there at 44, he's definitely a guy I would seriously consider taking. It really just depends on how the draft board falls and who else is there at 44, but he's definitely a guy I would consider. This guy would really help transform our offense, but I will say we still need to invest more into the offensive line before getting a top end running back like him. We still gotta address the right guard and right tackle position. But hey, one scenario I was thinking of is, if we ended up drafting Talisi Fuaga, right tackle out of Oregon State, who was easily the best run blocking right tackle in this year's draft. If If you get him in the first round and then you get a Trey Benson in the second round, my God, you could really be building a top end running game for this offense that will just ultimately help out whoever our quarterback will be starting next season, whether that's Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew. Not only that, we got offensive coordinator Luke Getsy, who was very successful running the football with Chicago. So I would expect that he's going to bring a very solid offensive run scheme here, and you just couple that with right tackle like Fuaga and just a talent of Trey Benson. Wow, it would definitely be something exciting to think about. But I will say, I still think we need to prioritize quarterback in the first 2 rounds. But hey, if we don't go that route, if we don't draft a quarterback in the first 2 rounds, this is definitely a nice alternative to think about. Really, if the Raiders want a difference maker at the running back position, this is the guy to look into. But it just all depends on how they plan on building this offense. It seems like they will take a running back by committee approach, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they won't target a guy like this. You know, when Antonio Pierce stepped in, I thought Josh Jacobs was more than likely to come back to the silver and black. But hey, since Josh Jacobs left, I mean, Trey Benson would be like the perfect replacement of Josh Jacobs. I mean, funny enough, he kind of reminds me of the play style of Josh Jacobs, but he's just a little bit faster and he has that home run effect. But their games are pretty similar when it comes to, you know, good vision, and they're both just tough guys to bring down. They can get a lot of yards after contact, and they're physical runners as well. So if AP is trying to run it back and have a dominant run game, they may go ahead and consider drafting a guy like this. But Raider Nation, those are my thoughts and opinions on Trey Benson, what I saw on tape. I definitely want to get your guys' feedback though. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want us to draft Trey Benson. Is he a guy that you would be willing to select with our 2nd round pick, or is that too high for your liking? Let me know in that comment section down below. But with that being said, Raider Nation, that's all for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.